Hello there. Welcome back. I am Natalie Schlute, your manifestation coach, and today's episode is all about how I manifest anything using scripting. This is an extremely powerful practice that you can use in your own life. I use it in mine. I actually have my own script that I read every morning when I wake up, and I even read it at night to remind me of who I am, who I'm becoming, and training my mind to receive the things that I want through my subconscious programming. Now, the beautiful thing about scripting is it really allows you to design your life and then create that from the inside out through your own mindset, through your own visualization. And the script is a reminder of who you genuinely want to be. I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about the science behind scripting, how it actually works, and how you can use it in your own life. And you can get really creative with it, which is really beautiful and super fun. For those of you who love everything about manifestation, intuition, and creating your dream life, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell so that you get notified every time I have a new episode for you. To begin this episode, let's start with simply what is scripting and how does it actually work when it comes to programming your subconscious mind so that we begin to manifest more of what we want effortlessly. First of all, scripting is writing a story. It's a story, it's a letter to yourself about you in the future once you've already received all of the things that you desire in your life. So you're writing this in a present tense as if you are already that future version of yourself that has received what you want, whether it's your soulmate, whether it's the dream home, the job, the career, the health, the things that you're looking for. So you're actually going to take yourself and you're going to step into the version of you that has all of the things that you want. What did that version of you think and feel and experience every single day? Once you have that and you know who you need to become, you're actually going to write yourself a letter or write a story about what your life is like in the future and what got you there. What does it feel like? What do you see around you? What are you experiencing on a daily basis? What are your thoughts? What are your emotions? And this story that you're writing is from that future version of yourself. As you write it as if it's already happened, you're painting this picture for your imagination, for the universe, for God to bring it to you. And that's the beautiful thing about this process is you actually get to step in and dream it and feel it from all of your senses, because that's how we truly manifest. When we're stepping into the version of ourselves that has everything that we want, we are now vibrating at the frequency of those things that we desire to have. And therefore, the law of attraction works through vibrational frequency. And when you step into that version of yourself wholeheartedly and completely, you are now a magnet, a super strong magnet for everything that you desire to come into your life. And this process not only is beautiful for the law of attraction, but we see how the law of attraction plays out in a scientific way on how we can actually change and create physical change in our body just through doing this visualization work. There are studies out there that have shown where they've taken test groups of basketball players, and half of the group went and actually physically practiced several days a week and went into the gym and was practicing free throws, trying to get that basketball into the basket. And then the other half of the group, they never showed up to the gym, but their job was to sit and visualize themselves making those free throws and making all of those baskets. And what happened was they were almost equal. When they actually went after a couple of weeks, however long it was, and they went and tested both groups, the amount of accuracy was practically equal between the two of them. And that's because the power of your imagination is so strong, it creates your reality. Using your imagination is absolutely essential when it comes to manifesting anything that you want. We have to get excited and good about using our imagination. Often we use our imagination by default. We worry, we question, we doubt, we have fears, and we let those type of negative images in our mind override the positive things that we want to create for ourselves. So this is a beautiful opportunity to take your power back, to take control of your own imagination, start visualizing what it is you want. These practices and studies have also been done with other things like learning how to play the piano and even strengthening the muscles. You can visualize yourself strengthening your muscles and you will physically get stronger. There will actually be more muscle tone there, pretty close to what it would be in the gym. To an extent, of course, right? These have been very small studies, so I'm not entirely sure if you can become a bodybuilder without actually going to the gym and lifting those weights. I highly doubt that's how far it can go. But on a small scale, there is an increase in muscle tone when we think and feel stronger. And so all of these things are really beautiful to take into consideration when you're writing your script. As you write your script from this future version of yourselves, make sure that you focus on gratitude, all the things you're grateful for, the support, the things that you have in your life and the present moment. You can use this script, and part of it is writing it, actually sitting down and mapping it out, writing it out, but then we need the repetition. In order for anything to become a part of our subconscious and then therefore manifest into our life, there has to be repetition. If you want to learn how to play a musical instrument, if you want to get good at any sport, you have to do repetition in order to master anything. And manifestation is the same way. Repetition will allow you to master this. So once you write your script, now you have it beautifully written out. The next thing is to actually read it. Read it over and over again, every morning and evening as well, because the morning and evening time, that's when your brainwave states are most readily available to soak in that information. When we're active during the day, we're in our beta brainwave state, but to actually bring information into the subconscious and to memorize things and to allow it to become part of who you are on a cellular and energetic level, it's important to be doing it when you're in the alpha and theta brainwave state, which is usually right before you go to bed and first thing in the morning. You can also go into meditation, do some breath work, calm your body and your mind, and get yourself into that state as well throughout the day if you wanted to do your scripting more often. The beautiful thing about the scripting is it gives you the time to actually remind yourself of who you are and what you're creating. It allows you to visualize. It gives you a prompt that you can then go and see and feel yourself becoming that person. And it allows you that opportunity to never let go of the bigger vision of who you truly are and who you are becoming every single day. The more emotion you put into it, the more of all of your senses that you experience with it, the more it is going to be embedded in your subconscious, and that is what will play out through the law of attraction. It's okay if the information that you're writing and reading doesn't feel real to you just yet. Through repetition of doing it over and over again, you will eventually start to believe that this is your reality. Stay focused on the belief because that will help you get to where you want to be. It will also inspire you to then do the things that you need to do, the actions that you need to take in order to get there. Part of this process is not only knowing who you're going to be at the end and where you're going, but taking action so that every day you're moving towards those goals. Leave me a comment below so that I know if this was helpful for you. If you have any further questions on details about scripting, I have a few other videos also on scripting that I think you would really love, all the do's and don'ts, so be sure to check those out on my playlist on my YouTube channel. Mapping out your life and dreams is really essential to manifesting. It's something that all of my students do in Soul Mastery School, and it's something that I encourage you to do as well. This practice, this project will help bring you so much clarity. It will keep you on track and keep you moving forward. If you're interested in joining me in Soul Mastery School, be sure to join my email list so that you get notified when I have enrollment open for the next round. Once again, remember to subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I have an episode for you. And if you're ready to binge watch on more amazing manifestation tips, scripting, and so much more, be sure to check out all of my playlists on my YouTube channel.